drums of Bengal. Evil draws near. It's time to slam evil. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. One of the greatest fictional heroes ever created still remains Tarzan. The son of a couple of aristocrats who were marooned in Africa, the young John Clayton lost his parents at an early age and was raised by the Mangani, also known as the Great Apes. Thus, he gained amazing physical skills from his animal family, which he employs in his amazing adventures as he protects the jungle, fights poachers, and rescues his beloved Jane on a daily basis. Tarzan is one of the most adapted characters of all time, so nobody was surprised when last year it was announced that a new Tarzan movie was on the way. What did get people's attention is the fact that this new Tarzan movie was gonna be animated. Something which was already achieved rather successfully by Disney. And whether you love or hate the Disney version, the fact remains that it still did really well, and it left a long-lasting impression. So even though it's been well over a decade since its release, most people still feel that the Disney version is the definitive animated version, meaning that all future animated Tarzan movies will be compared to this one. So, what's the difference between the Disney version and this new version of Tarzan? Well, quite simply, this new version is computer animated, of course, because that makes all the difference. Yes, this is a computer-animated version of Tarzan, which is an American, German, French production distributed by Constantine Film, the same company that brought us such gems as the never-ending, nothing-to-do-with-the-video-games Resident Evil shitfest. This is gonna be painful. So our movie begins in space. Yes! This is how all Tarzan movies should begin, with a setting that is nowhere close to an adventurous jungle setting. Let's just cut to Earth. Well, congratulations, Tarzan 3D. You have succeeded in making me want to turn you off and put on better movies. So the giant meteor that killed the dinosaurs turns out to be this ambiguous ancient relic that archaeologists have been searching for centuries. We catch up with the Clayton family.
An American named Greystoke.
Wait, Greystoke? Greystoke? Their surname is Greystoke. No, it isn't. It's Clayton. It's always been Clayton since the books. Greystoke was their estate back in England. Anyway, who cares? Let's meet the young John Clayton before he becomes the king of the jungle.
See, Kagura? I told you he'd be back.
What? Was that supposed to be Tarzan? Oh my god, he looks like an alien wearing human skin. Oh, okay. Go to your happy place. Go to your happy place. Okay, I think I'm better now. Wait a minute, the unnatural way in which they are moving? This isn't computer animation, it's capture motion! Ugh, great. Capture motion is 50-50. Sometimes it looks great, the rest of the time, no, just no. So Tarzan's dad is looking for the meteor for some unexplained reason. And he must be the most inconsiderate douche in history, cause he dragged his family along to the middle of the jungle to do it. Little Tarzan is an annoying little shithead who thinks he can talk to monkeys.
I'm Tarzan! When I come back, I'm gonna be king of the jungle!
Yes! So we finally take a break from some of the worst voiceover ever.
JJ? Who's JJ? My name is Tarzan.
And we cut to what will be Tarzan's future ape family. You see,
One of the few remaining families of mountain gorillas lived in peace and harmony.
dude,
Giant
we can
waterfall
see
was
the
the
movie. You don't have to
origin of the
narrate.
jungle. And so, the silverbacks had to fight.
Wait, hold on. This scene is very exciting and all, but I don't know who to root for. I can't tell the apes apart. Oh well, never mind. I guess it's over. Whoa! Was that a good thing or a bad thing? So we cut to Tarzan and his family as they leave their camp. On a helicopter? This movie takes place in modern times? The original book takes place at the beginning of the 20th century, which was considered to be a very civilized time period for Britain. Thus, the book perfectly juxtaposes civilized British values with Tarzan being an uncivilized wild jungle heathen. Here, the story takes place in modern times because the characters needed to ride a helicopter in this scene? I don't fucking know. So conveniently on their way out of Africa, they find a meteor. Wait, the meteor is the size of a city? So you're telling me that after centuries of searching, you couldn't find a target that was as big as New York? And you know what? This wouldn't bother me as much if this movie didn't take place in modern times, when we have satellites that can photograph the stupid meteor from space. Is there any reason why the Greystoke Industries satellite wasn't working? I guess that's a worthy excuse. So Tarzan's dad leaves the helicopter to get a piece of the meteor. The whole thing is a meteor. You can just bend over, pick up a piece of the meteor, get back in the helicopter, and be on your way. There is no reason you have to... Oh, never mind.
The ground shook.
Gee, thank you for telling me that, because there was no way I could tell that the ground was shaking by looking at the fucking movie! So apparently, chipping off that one little piece of a meteor the size of a city causes an earthquake. Well, it's a good thing that Earth's land masses aren't always shifting, otherwise the constant earthquakes would have leveled the whole area. God, this movie's stupid. So the ridiculous cataclysm causes the helicopter to crash, presumably killing Tarzan's parents and the pilot. We cut back to the apes and...
Another heartrending tragedy took place nearby.
Ah, damn it! Okay, so you're not just blatantly saying aloud what is happening in the movie as it's actually happening, but now you're giving away things that are going to be happening in the movie soon? Oh my god! They just killed off that poor baby ape! Well, this is depressing. I certainly don't feel like making fun of the movie anymore. How would Disney handle this? I know! There you go, much better. So, of course, Kala, the female ape, finds the crash site and rescues Tarzan. Jeez! Lady, this is the second time this has happened to you. I'm starting to think that you shouldn't have kids. So Tarzan starts to grow accustomed to life with the apes.
Kala had decided to defend her young by any means.
Mother, stop narrating! The only reason I do it is to summarize the film for the purposes of the review. There is no reason for you to tell us what we can clearly see is happening in the movie. I mean, was this movie made for blind people? So we cut to a few years later where we meet a teenage Tarzan.
A snake? Stop it.
For the first time ever, Tarzan sets his eyes on the love of his life, Jane. Ah! Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot what people look like in this movie. Oh my God, Lisa from Team America had more expression. I don't know why he is specifically attracted to Jane, since there is a girl that looks exactly like her sitting right behind her. So Jane and her father host a jungle tour for tourists. Ah, great. The chubby kid from the tour group is spying on Jane, like a complete perv.
I think I'm just gonna go this way.
I think that's a good idea. Creep.
Yeah, you little creepazoid. Why don't you act respectable, like Tarzan, who also spies on Jane, but from a better hiding place? I wonder how long before Jane gets into a silly predicament from which she has to be rescued.
Hey!
Oh,
Wait, where the hell did the other two birds come from?
A snake?
oh no.
Whoa, 2 in a row! That's a new record. After taking a good look at Jane, Tarzan suddenly realizes why he is so different from his ape family, because he is not an ape at all. After returning Jane to her camp, he takes a good hard look at his reflection and wait a minute, this is the same scene from the Disney movie! I can't believe they did that! Oh, excuse me. Oh, you motherfuckers are gonna pay! You are the ones who are the... Desperate to uncover his origin, Tarzan finds the wrecked helicopter, in which his parents died, and he salvages a few items from the wreck and builds himself a treehouse. He was using the helicopter's transponder as a coffee table, but some douchey gorilla gets a hold of it and accidentally activates it. The signal gets back to Greystoke Industries, which is run by...
Mr. Clayton?
Clayton? This movie's villain's name is Clayton, like in the Disney movie. You know, they only did that in the Disney movie as an Easter egg, since Tarzan's real name is never used in the film, meaning that they shamefully and purposely ripped off the Disney movie. So, if the writers of this movie intended to fully admit that the Disney version is superior and more popular and that they are completely ignorant of the source material, then congratulations, they succeeded! So, Clayton, who looks like Thomas Gibson if he was a lifeless doll, receives the signal from the transponder and decides to travel to Africa, believing that Tarzan's dad crashed near the meteor MacGuffin. Wait, why is it that they want the meteor again?
This was a new energy source unlike anything we had ever seen. The technological potential is limitless.
How do you know this if you've never recovered a sample of the meteor? Please, give me a good reason for you to travel all the way to Africa to get this thing.
Unobtainium. Because this little gray rock sells for 20 million a kilo.
Now you're talking! That totally justifies wasting millions of dollars in resources and personnel and destroying a whole ecosystem for. Wait, what if there's an indigenous species already there? Oh, who cares? Everybody grab your guns and let's go a-murdering! So Clayton heads out to the jungle in search of the meteor MacGuffin, and Jane is not happy about it at all, and... Really? She just fell off a cliff. On her own. After that harrowing rescue, in a really awkward love montage, Tarzan and Jane get to know each other and reenact one of the most famous moments in the franchise.
Tarzan. Jane.
Jane. Tarzan.
Jane. Tarzan.
Jane.
Jane. Me, Tarzan. You, Jane.
Man, Tarzan's voice sounds really off. I wonder who's playing him. Keelan Lotz? Keelan Lotz is voicing Tarzan in this. No. This has got to be a mistake.
Tarzan strong. Tarzan king of the jungle.
Oh, God, it's him. Well, he already bastardized one icon, he might as well go for two. You know, just because Tarzan looks like a lifeless action figure in this movie, it doesn't mean that he should be played by a lifeless action figure.
I fear but one thing. Always have. Your departure. Each and every time.
Ugh.
Do you have a name?
Rafiki.
Rafiki? No, this is Rafiki. I would ask where Tarzan's actual animal friends are, you know, Tantor and Cheetah, but at this point, I just don't give a shit anymore. Clayton follows the signal they had gotten from the transponder to the treehouse, and just by looking at Tarzan, he miraculously knows that he is the heir of Greystoke Industries.
Greystoke?
And he starts shooting at him, so he won't be able to reclaim the company, recklessly shooting in the same direction as Jane.
Mighty Jane!
Yup, Jane's father is in the same helicopter as Clayton, and he does nothing to stop the man with the rifle from shooting in the direction of his daughter. And the worst Father of the Year award goes to... So Tarzan and Jane escape to a hidden section of the forest and...
On the run from Clayton, they entered a strange world never before seen by man. A world which had been under the influence of the meteor's mysterious energy.
Wait, what did you just say?
Missy ball, feed me all night long. That's right, boy. You can do it. Feed me, see ball. Oh, shit!
I love you, Tarzan.
Oh, that's great! You love him, even though you've only known him for about a day. But here's the real question. Why the fuck bunnies are there giant man-eating plants in the jungle?
And I always will.
Seriously, Jane, are you not gonna question this?
I have to go.
Narrator, you're not gonna chime in and explain the bit of insanity we just witnessed? No? Nobody? Oh, and what in the fuck are they doing now?
Hey! Our little runaway has come back then, eh?
Okay. Let me see if I get this straight. Tarzan saves Jane from a trigger-happy jackass and a man-eating plant. And now you take her back to the trigger-happy jackass? God, this movie is stupid. Jane walking back into camp goes as well as you would imagine. Holy crap, Guile really let himself go. The situation between Tarzan, Clayton, and Jane escalates to the point that Tarzan's adopted mother, Kala, shows up out of nowhere and interferes.
No!
And at that moment, as the boy watched the only one he ever knew as a mother die, he swore that he would fight crime and injustice wherever it might be. And because criminals are a superstitious and cowardly lot, he would strike fear into their hearts with the very same thing that frightened him as a child. From this day forward, he was more than just a boy. He would be a symbol. He would be an ape. It's not a bad Tarzan yodel. Carol Burnett's is better. So Clayton and his goons head to the site of the meteor, where he intends to blow it up with Jane inside. Wait, I thought you said the meteor was valuable and you wanted to keep it to yourself, so why are you blowing it up at... Wait a minute, I just remembered. I don't give a shit! Never mind.
I just want to say goodbye.
That was some pretty good delivery, and it sounds familiar. I'm sorry guys, just one more time. I just gotta find out who plays this character. Brian Bloom? It's Captain America!
And, my personal favorite, bang. And I haven't even read the instructions. Seriously, you are dumb for sticking with that old trash can lid when you could have this. You. Fuck yeah!
Alright, movie, you get 1 point. So Tarzan arrives to save Jane and her dad from the explosives and Fat Guile. I wonder how he intends to get past a trained mercenary with a handgun.
I threw a rock at him.
Well, it worked.
A snake? Stop it.
So the whole area starts to collapse. For no good reason! No one chipped off a piece of the meteor this time. Nothing. It just starts collapsing on its own, like the movie just wants to die. Which I appreciate. Clayton tries to get away on his helicopter. Now, how the hell is Tarzan gonna stop a helicopter? Well, at least he's consistent.
It was a big rock.
What? WTF, mofo! The bad guys get hit by a rock. They're about to crash, and you cross this off to the next scene? Ugh, let's just end this stupid movie! So the day is saved. Jane agrees to stay with Tarzan so she can enjoy a lifetime of sleeping on rocks and using leaves as toilet paper. And wait, Tarzan's mother lived? But we saw her get shot point blank. Is the narrator going to explain this at all? This movie is bad. It's not the worst, but it's so bad. The sad thing is that part of the proceeds of this film were supposed to go to a wildlife preservation charity called Ape Action Africa. But this film bombed everywhere it went. I will admit that the backgrounds, the effects, and the animation for the apes is really well done. But the animation for the humans is so awkward and non-natural, it's just hurtful to the eyes. And for a movie that claims to be in 3D, it has very few 3D effects in it. Not even funny ones. The voice work is terrible, except of course for the one actor with a very minor role. And the story is so badly written, you can almost question every single choice made with the writing. Like for example, why the fuck doodles does this movie take place in modern times? There is no reason! This is a change that doesn't service the narrative in any way. So why the hell did they do this? So, if you want to help preserve wildlife, then buy this movie. But, if you want to help preserve your sanity, don't watch it. Ugh, there. I'm done. It's finally time. Tarzan 3D. You have failed fandom.
Get it, get it, get it, get it out! Guitar Zan! He's a guitar man! He's all you can stand! Give him a hand, Guitar Zan! He's got a girl named Jane with no last name, kinda homely and plain, but he loves her just the same, cause she kindles a flame and it drives him insane when he hears her sing. She really does her thing, it's her claim to fame. Come on, sing one, Jane. They got a pet monkey, he likes to get drunky and sing boogie woogie, and it sounds real funky. Come on, your time, boy. Sing one.
Join the
monkey.
Legion,
You'll go.
suckers!